Hi there. We are going to be starting working on our websites together. This would definitely have been a lot easier for us to do together in person, but I'm going to make a series of these videos that will walk you through it step by step. First, you should be able to see on your screen, I just want to show you a sample of what it is we're trying to build. What we're doing is we're taking the information that you're going to be writing up in your research papers, and we're also writing that in a format that is just web friendly. A format that is non-scholarly and that will be just appropriate for a general audience. So this is not like a website version of a PowerPoint. This should be a standalone website that even someone who has not read your paper could go to this site and learn about your topic. So I've started a site, and I want to just show you how I have it set up, and then we're going to walk you through the first step of just setting up the Wix site in order to get started. I'm going to break these videos into several short videos taking you through it step by step so that you can do it one thing at a time, just like we would have done in class together. So what you see here is my sample site, which is called Comedy and Censorship, Humor in the Age of Hypersensitivity. You see I've got these images, and then I have just a little introductory blurb about what it is that my website is going to be communicating. So that is what the home page looks like. Then I have a tab called Defining Some Terms, where I've got some key terms that are going to appear in my paper, and I have them actually hyperlinked to the dictionary definition for those terms. So then I also have a tab called Laying Some Groundwork. And what this is going to be is the portion of the site where I am just giving context and background for the person visiting the site to understand what the problem is, how big the problem is, where the problem is headed, that kind of thing. Then I have a tab for my literature review, and this I've titled What the Experts Are Saying. And I am going to, you can see I have it set up. I haven't added all the content yet, but I will be setting up a summary, not the same, not copied and pasted from my paper, because the kind of summary you want to have online is going to be a much more reader-friendly, a much more simple language, not so academic, a little more conversational summary of my sources that are going to be included in my literature review in my paper. And then the last tab that I have here is the survey tab. And I was able to link my survey, which I haven't really created yet, but I've just got a tab set up for it. Link my survey to the site. So going back to the home page, that's the kind of site that we're going to be building. Now, it may seem like, well, how can I build the website when I haven't written the paper yet? In the past, I've had students finish the paper and then build the website at the end. But honestly, I'm thinking that maybe working on the website and the paper simultaneously might be a good way of helping you organize your thoughts and kind of absorb and digest your research and make it easier for you to write your paper as well. So it's going to be very flexible as far as due dates and stuff go. I'm not going to force you to make the website before you've written the paper or vice versa. But I want you to be able to be working on both simultaneously because I think there could be some value in that. All right, so now that you can kind of visualize what it is we're going to be building, what you want to do is you want to go to wix.com. And then from there, you're going to hit the Get Started tab. And that is going to bring you to, first of all, if I click on that, it's just going to automatically sign me in because I already have an account. But for you, you're going to hit Get Started, and then you're going to create a Wix account. I know you know how to do that, so I'm not going to, like I said, if I click that, it logs me right in, so I can't walk you through that. But create a Wix account, and then you want to create a build a new site, hit the build a new site tab. And that's going to take you to a page that looks like this. What kind of website do you want to create? So I would recommend clicking other. We want to keep the template as generic as possible. It's going to force me to log in. You want to keep the website as generic as possible because otherwise I think you're going to find that it kind of locks you into to a template that isn't necessarily going to work great for you. Sorry, it's going to make me log in, I guess. I thought it was going to let me take you through the steps one by one, but let's see. Double check your password and try again. Okay. So I'm going to hit create a new site. So then I'm going to hit other. Now, when you get to this screen, you want to go over here. You want to say, let Wix ADI create a website for you. So hit start now. I don't know why things are all freezing up on me here. Okay. And then when it says what type of site do you want to create, it's really none of these. So we're going to skip that. And again, this is because we want to keep it as generic as possible. We don't need any of these things. So let's just uncheck these boxes and hit next. Now, as far as adding your business or website name, for right now, you can just call it Sophomore Seminar. You're not going to do any of this. You're not going to import any copy or anything like that. You can do all of this type of customizing later, so we're also going to skip that right now. And we're going to go straight to pick a theme. Now you can pick anything that you want. You're going to be able to customize it later. So I'm just going to pick Vogue just for the sake of moving forward. And again, it's all going to be able to be customized later. So now when you're picking your home page, I would recommend, again, you're going to be able to swap out the image. You're going to be able to change the font, anything that you want. So at this point, you might as well just pick any one. I think that that works best. Okay. And then this gives you, as you can see, this gives you room to put a different picture in there. It gives you room to make a little blurb like what I had on my site, just kind of describing what it is that the site is going to be about. And then you also have sections. You're always going to have sections that you don't need. So when you have sections you don't need, you're just going to delete those. So you don't want the contact, you don't want hours, obviously. So you're just going to hit the little 3 things and just hit delete. So you're going to have, yeah, you don't need get in touch. So we're going to delete that as well. So you want to have your homepage be pretty simple. You want to be able to have a picture and a title. And then you want to have room for some text to just kind of give a little intro to the site and what it is you're going to be covering. Now, as far as we want to hit the edit button and just do a couple things. First of all, the picture itself. To change the picture, you would just hit, you can see the edit button there. You can just hit replace. And then it's going to give you the option to replace it with something else. You can take pictures from here, or you can hit upload media and you can upload a picture from your own computer. So go ahead and do that, and it's just going to replace this picture with anything that you choose. So let's pretend I swapped out the picture. The other thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to title it. You don't want to title it Sophomore Seminar. You're going to want to title it something to, you know, something about your topic. It doesn't, you don't want it to be the same title as your paper, obviously. You want it to be kind of a catchy title that will be descriptive of what the site is going to cover. Humor in the workplace, humor in relationships, something like that. And then the subtitle often is good to put in the terms of a question, like humor in the workplace. How far is too far when you're making a joke or something like that. So just something, some little title, subtitle that's descriptive, swap out the picture. And then in order to edit this, obviously it's not going to say our background, because that's, so it can be something that, something like that. And then you can change the text, and you can put in a summary of what your paper is going to cover, and it will type it in right down there. So you can see how you can edit the home page. So for this video, that's as far as I'm going to take you. Next video, we will cover how to set up additional pages so that you have a menu with clickable buttons to take you from page to page. But for this section, what I'd like to have you do is create choose the template, set up the account, choose the template, get the home page set up so that you've got a title and a subtitle and a little bit of a text blurb describing what your website is going to be dedicated to. Now, as far as how you get, you want to make sure that it's saved and how you get back to it to re-edit it. Let's hit publish. You're going to use a free Wix domain, so hit publish and continue. And it's going to then give you can view it online, and this is the URL. So you can save that, or it will take you back to it when you go to your Wix homepage when you log into your account. So you can see now this is what my website looks like at this point. So try to get yours that far, set up an account, create a home page, create a little about page section at the bottom of that home page, delete all the irrelevant stuff, and that will be the first step of your website. So then the second video will go into how to set up the tabs in the menu.